Alright, well guys, oh my god. Hey guys, welcome back to another Blender live stream. I'm your host Morgan Ozpin, and today, I am back. I am back from a week-long break because I've been studying for my finals for these past few days. And it's only now that I am now having some free time to stream. Oh no, there's some messages in chat here. Well, there's definitely comedic to pop up while I'm procrastinating on finals. Well, yes, it is, Spectre Sketcher. But yeah, I'm back, guys, from my hiatus. I've been out of this YouTube game for a couple of weeks now. I mean, I do sometimes come back to do a bunch of streams, but it's only now that I am coming back to actually be here for a while. Unlike before, when I just come back occasionally and leave for like a couple of days and stuff. But I'll make an effort for this December for me to be able to stream every other day or something. I don't know, or at least get some videos or something out in this channel. So yeah, I'm gonna be animating something here, something that's less that isn't really well planned out for me because I have been busy studying for my finals, and I don't really have any plans for my future streams as of now, except for the fact that I'm almost done with this animation here. I just need to set up this one final scene here, as well as color it, and then provide some voice acting to it. Then I'll be releasing it hopefully sometime this December, which is which will be monumental because this will probably be like my longest project that I've ever done. This project basically took like, I don't know, 1.5 years technically, like almost 2 years actually, one and 10 months, as of me recording this live stream, and it's only a 3-minute freaking animation of all things. But yeah, I can't wait for this to be released when I finish this. But I guess for now we can start animating this, shall we? So let me just go back to Blender and let's freaking make the animation frames for this one. So anyway, how have you guys been doing? I have certainly been seeing better days, considering that I've forgotten how to commentate while I do these kinds of streams. My god, finals has been such a hectic week for me. Didn't really have that much time to rest, nor any time to like do a lot of things on the side here, especially on my animation. In fact, the only time I was able to do some stuff here for my scene is when Saturday arrived and my schedule has been freed for the upcoming days now. But for the rest of this week, I had a freaking terrible time trying to catch up with all my finals requirements, or exams in this case. Because if you guys don't know, I basically live at a place that's far away from my campus, and I had to like wake up from my house very early in the morning, and I'm talking about like at a time slot between like 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. is when I wake up in the morning, and I have to do this 2-hour commute just to get to school, which isn't really normal for me usually, because this semester was really special for me because I had to like move from like one campus to another for my university, and I had to like deal with a entirely new environment that's not really near to my humble abode, which is in the city where I'm living in right now. So it really took me a while to like get get to school during the semester, and thank God I at least had a schedule planned out planned out for myself that didn't require me to do that much going to school at least. But it's only when during the finals that I actually got to really have to travel a lot from school and back. Now you might be thinking, "Oh, Morgan, if you are having such a hard time going to school, why don't you just get a freaking condominium? I don't know, just stay in a freaking condo or something that's near the vicinity of your school." And I'm like, dude, I'm not I'm not a rich person. I am living off my mother's allowance, and I don't want to ask too much from her when it comes to money and shit, especially when it comes to, you know, going to uh trying to rent a condo outside of my own house. Plus, I looked at some of the condominiums near, or at least the apartments I can stay at near this campus that I am attending to right now. And I gotta say though, they feel very sketchy to me. Like, there are some condominiums in this one campus of mine where it was just next to a dark alley that feels very sketchy. It's like the same kind of alley you'd think a drug dealer might come to shake you down or something. I don't know. So I wasn't really that much prepared to go for a condo near my school. So I had to always go for the grueling task of commuting for 2 hours straight to get to this campus. You know, freaking public transport here in the Philippines isn't really that freaking nice, especially during my stay here for this semester. So I had to like always wake up early in the morning to get to school, and I don't know, this one little change to how I study really affected me in the long run. Because before I would be, you know, I would be fine just, you know, waking up early in the morning, because, you know, I used to do a lot of workouts back then when I was like a teen and a kid. And I'm really used to waking up early in the morning. But then fast forward to this sem, and because my entire schedule is spent on commuting from my house to school, I don't really have that much time to like work out, eat healthy, keep in shape. So as a result, my health kind of sort of dwindled a little bit. It came to a point that I'll just be staying in the middle of the sun, just walking around, and I would catch myself getting a little bit of this headaches every now and then, and I also got like a little bit more sleepy at school, which isn't really normal for me because usually I am a very energetic person. But this whole commuting shenanigans I had to do every morning really didn't help me that much. And not to mention, I didn't really eat healthy this freaking semester, so I always had to like, I don't know, go to a nearby fast food chain and eat whatever's there. Usually I would cook something for myself here in my own house, you know, make a salad or something, or eat something that my mom has prepared for me. But I didn't have time to prepare my own meals, so I either had to go to school without eating any breakfast, or just go to like a nearby fast food chain, which would either be like Chowking or Jollibee, which is usually like high in a lot of these like deep fried food that isn't really healthy for me. it really came to a point like I was really gaining weight for this semester, so couple that with my deteriorating health while staying in the school, I really wasn't having a hard time, a good time during the semester, especially during the finals when I had to like really go back and forth from my campus and my house and back. But thankfully I survived. I got this up freaking car outside. Thankfully I survived, and I have now more time to get myself back in shape, do some more stuff on the side. During my final day at my campus, I was like, I think I was like supposed to attend like a party that was set up by my school, and I had everything like planned out for this occasion. I dressed up in the theme that they were going for this party, which is a Y2K theme, which I don't know what Y2K even means. What does that mean? Like year 2000s clothes? Like I don't know if anything substantial really happened in the 2000s. Well, actually, correct me. Correction. I think there were some eventful things that happened in the 2000s, like the invention of the iPhone. But when it comes to fashion, I don't think the 2000s is really memorable for its unique fashion trends back then. But anyway, I was supposed to attend this Y2K party with my classmates to end off the year, but then I had I don't know why, I just had this freaking headache when I finally got out of my final exam for this week, and I just couldn't like stay outside for much longer. I wanted to rest and prepare for not really prepare, but just have a little bit of a rest day for me, because I've been staying up all night trying to study for my finals, and I didn't have enough sleep for the entire week, so I just had to like skip the whole freaking year-end party and just go back home to sleep. Anyway, that has been like my finals week so far. It's been such a, oh my god, I can't believe I'm back here on YouTube once again, doing this. But anyway, I guess that's it. That's the only thing that has happened during my finals. So after recovering from a massive migraine in my head, I'm now back to doing YouTube, I guess. Hold on, let me just go and make some of the freaking stuff here. As for what my thoughts are for this, as for my time here in this new campus that I found myself in, well, it was a great time. I feel like the teachers and my classmates for this sem were very approachable, at least. I just couldn't stand the location that I was in during my stay here at this campus, because I had to always commute for 2 hours straight and wake up early in the morning. My campus was really great. I just wish that my I just kind of wish that this campus is just located near a place near my house, because the worst part of any day of my part is to travel from one place to the next, which I guess is very relatable to most Filipinos right now, considering the many public transport issues right now in this country. But yeah, I don't know what else to say here. I didn't really plan for this stream that much, guys. I only planned to like just talk about my finals week and say, hey, yo, guys, I'm back. But now that's all said and done. I guess there's nothing left to do but work here. So as you can see, I've already done some substantial progress here. I finished the. I forgot that you guys haven't really seen my progress so far for this animation, but so far we made this. How many frames did I do for this one? So I did an estimated 521 frames of animation right now. Of course, that's including the part where I just reuse the same frames for these gaps in between my timeline here. And so far, this is how it looks so far. This guy's walking. He sees cowboy shit here. He goes on to think that, oh, something's gonna happen. But then he goes for a friendly gesture. They go for the friendly dap, and then they walk off. Like so. Alright. I have a little bit of a script here made for this scene, because I am gonna include some voice acting here on my part. But so the original plan for this scene is for the cowboy character to go, hey, and then for the cowboy character to go, that was one heck of a match, huh? And then the wrestler goes with some positive vibes, saying, you good? That's some great kayfabe back there. And he goes for, you know, a friendly gesture to go for a high five, and he says, want to get a beer? Cowboy pauses, then says, yeah, high fives wrestler. Then the wrestler goes for, the blue wrestler goes for a friendly remark saying, heh, that's one silly storyline they hired us for, huh? And then we go for like one last little joke, wherein the cowboy character does that one face that Michael Jackson does when they ended the music video for Thriller. I was like trying to go for that, but I feel like I should just remove this entire line entirely. I feel like let's go for maybe the more wholesome route. Let's remove this whole funny gimmick here at the end and just have these guys just walk off having a friendly banter, because I feel like there are enough cynical comedic stuff in Newgrounds for my own liking. So let's end it off with a little happy ending for these two guys. So with that said, let's just paint this, shall we? Let's go for the sleepy eye, for the smile, like that. Get this wrestler character out of the way. Make this arm, and make another arm. And then another glove. Oh boy. Alright, so now that I'm under vacation, I do have a lot of plans for what my upcoming streams will be. But until this animation is finished, I am thinking maybe doing a little bit more gaming streams now, more than just Blender streams, because I feel like if I'm gonna do another Blender project on top of this, I'm gonna have no work done by the end of it all, and I might have to postpone the release of this animation project. So instead, I will be releasing a bunch of, I don't know, gaming live streams for the next coming days, and maybe do an occasional, I don't know, an occasional Visual Studio Code live stream wherein I try to relearn how to make a website on my own using GeoCities and Visual Studio Code, because I'm jumping back into the indie web rabbit hole, and it's making me want to do some more stuff with my website that I haven't done in a while. So yeah, if you guys wanna see me do more HTML, CSS, and JavaScript stuff, be sure to tune in the coming weeks, I guess. But for the Blender streams, I might have to just limit it to just these animation streams, because I don't have I don't think I wanna spread my time too much. I still have like another thing to do for the coming weeks, since that I will be going to Hong Kong with my family later this month to celebrate Christmas, and then I will be going out again with them to a hotel in this country, and just just admire some of the sights near this hotel. I don't know if I've ever met anyone else who goes on vacation just for the hotel, but my mom is basically just that person to a T. Like, it doesn't matter what the location is, if the hotel is good, she would consider that to be a worthwhile thing for a vacation for us as a family. So yeah, my vacation, I have a lot of vacation plans stacked up in December as well, but that's like only in like on the last few days of it. For the remaining few days, I'll probably just be busy working on this animation here, while alternately doing a bunch of Visual Studio Code streams maybe. Oh well. Let's make some of these stuff here. I guess I also have to be I also try to release some shorts in regards to the Sanrio characters I made a few weeks ago. My god. I'm planning on maybe doing another part 2 of that, because my sister introduced me to a bunch of more Sanrio characters that's not Hello Kitty, and I am kind of intrigued on trying to recreate some of these other Sanrio characters in Blender if I have the time. But again, we still need to wait for this whole animation to be finished before I get any other Blender projects up and running. So yeah, that's gonna be the plan for the vanilla log for the coming streams. All right. But anyway, since you guys are also mentioned the fact that you're also studying for your own final exams in whatever college or high school you're in, I have to wonder though, what do you guys do to prepare for finals? Do you procrastinate, or do you study to hell and back like me during the semester? Because I feel like all I do to study for my own finals is just take down some notes. And pretty much do what I did on my last stream here on YouTube, when I just make a table in Word, list down all the important terms and definitions I need to remember for my finals, and have that be my study guide going forward when approaching my finals. I think studying is just as simple as that. It's just like the execution of it can be pretty daunting for some people because you do kind of have to read the same thing again and again until it really drills it into your mind. And of course, you do need to understand the lessons, which is easier said than done. But what I find about myself is that I can easily remember anything. And under less effort than most people I am studying with right now in college. Because some people, like for example, in my college, some people will forget terms like the cella turcica or I don't know the mental foramen when they study them for I don't know some general anatomy exam. For me, when it comes to my own special brain of mine, all I need to do is like read it once, and then for some reason it just stays in my head for the longest time. Like we had a Rowan genealogy class this semester, and during our final exams, we had to kind of out of the blue just remember some stuff we haven't talked about in like in quite a few semesters, honestly. It involves us trying to remember some of our general anatomy lessons, which is something that my class haven't taken for like 2 years or something. But I looked at some of the terms that were in this exam, and I'm like, oh, I remember the cella turcica. I remember the frickin' angle of the mandible. I remember the maxillary sinus and the frontal sinus and its location in our head, in our head and neck anatomy. I have this like photographic memory. That's what my one teachers pointed out to me one time. And while I am pretty gifted at that, I feel like the one trade-off that I have that maybe something that other dental students may have is the fact that while I can remember all these terms and stuff from the lectures, I am gifted with the curse of not being great at my lab projects. I feel like I got away scot-free for this semester because I had like little to no lab subjects for this said semester. But if my classmates right now were to see me perform in my lab subjects, they would have seen how shitty my freaking work is when it comes to my hands. From things like, I don't know, like just doing like a simple impression of a patient's teeth to getting a model cast prepared for my prosthodontics lab class. All of those tasks are like really hard for me in one way or another, because my hands are just so bad at doing if we're doing what my brain wants it to do. I would like try to get a freaking impression of a patient right on a couple of tries, and and in my head I know exactly what to do and all the cautionary things I need to keep in mind while trying to take an impression of a patient. But then when I finally get to do it hands-on, it just doesn't look right. It's all bubbly. The whole solution of the impression looks so bubbly. It doesn't really look like something that's taken out of a patient's mouth. It feels more like a Lovecraftian creature that came out of this person's mouth. It's like, what the fuck did I just made? So yeah, my freaking lab subjects are like the one thing that I have a weakness on when it comes to my course right now. And thank God I went away with it scot-free. I feel like the one last project that worried me a little bit during the semester was when I had to like mount a patient's dental cast to a articulator. So if you guys are not like into the dentistry field right now, in some cases you need to get a 3D model or a 3D replica of a patient's teeth using like this stone mixture, just for making like dentures and stuff. And I had to like make this entire thing on my own, a 3D replica of a patient's teeth using this sort of cast stone. And it's technically really easy to make, but because of how crappy my hands are, I had to like worry a little bit about whether or not I'll be able to like succeed in this particular task. But thank God it went out really well. The thing that worried me the most is how I was like mixing the plaster to get this dental cast to be like to get this dental cast to stick to this metal articulator that will be used as like a sort of hinge for this articulator. And thank God it turned out really well, like much better than I would have expected it, considering how my past articulation jobs were in my last few semesters. But my God, this was a miracle in 34th Street, I guess. But yeah, lab subjects are not my thing, but I know that it's really important for me in this course, considering that, most of what I have to do as a dentist really involves my hand and stuff. Yeah. God. I guess one thing that really like messed me up during this semester, aside from my lack of a sleep schedule and the fact that my health kind of deteriorated while studying in this new campus, is the fact that I sort of start to realize that I am starting to struggle to remember things as time goes on. And thankfully, this has nothing to do with my lessons that I've been that I've been taught in my college, but simple things like, I don't know, like remembering to flush the toilet before I go outside the washroom, or like, I don't know, remember to do the laundry. Like those simple things, I start to realize that I am slowly forgetting some of my responsibilities outside of my studies here in this university. And it came to a point wherein one day I was taking a little bit of a number 2 at my own house's toilet. Oh. And so the thing about this toilet in my house is that it's usually connected to this hose that my mother puts inside of the bowl, just as a filtration system for whenever my washing machine has to drain out a bunch of water from inside of it. Because for some reason our washing machine isn't really connected to like a proper drainage system. So to kind of work around this sort of predicament, my mother decides that whenever this washing machine would flush out some water inside of it, he would just get a hose, connect it to the washing machine, and put the other end of the hose to the toilet, so that the water inside of it can be properly flushed out whenever the washing machine decides to do so when it's cleaning our clothes. So I was taking this shit. I was taking a little bit of shit here on this washing machine, and I was just like minding my own business. I took out the hose from the toilet bowl because it was blocking my it's blocking my ass from reaching from getting this poop inside my ass to go inside this toilet. So I took out the hose, I washed my buttocks, I flushed the toilet, I did the usual potty stuff, and then went back to my room to, I don't know, just rest and stuff. But then my mom started knocking my door and saying, "Yo, Morgan, what the frick have you done?" And I'm like, "Well, what do you mean?" And she said, "Morgan, you forgot to frickin' put the hose back in the toilet." Because I realized later on that I forgot to. I can't even remember this. Remember how I got to this point, but what ended up happening was that I accidentally, like, well, not accidentally, but I forgot to like connect the hose back into the toilet bowl, and as a result, because the hose is just free roaming around the bathroom, the water that's supposed to be expelled from the hose started like leaking out towards the walls of the bathroom floor, and started spilling out from like outside the bathroom and spilling onto the kitchen that's outside the bathroom. So my mother's like freaking fuming right now and saying, "Yo, Morgan, what the fuck did you do?" And it came to my own realization that, oh my god, I'm like slowly forgetting to do simple things that I should not be forgetting, considering that these are things I'm doing like a few seconds ago. But yeah, I don't know, is this like interrogate? Is this some form of amnesia or something? I don't know. But yeah, I think my lack of sleep is really doing a lot of harm in my body right now. Which is why I am so relieved that I was able to get all the rest I need this past weekend. Oh boy. But yeah, guess that's all I have to talk about when it comes to my health and barely surviving my finals week. What's this there? All right. Okay, wait, let me just check to see if OBS is working on this part. Okay. Alright, let's make the beam now. I guess it's supposed to be the part of the stream wherein I start talking about what I've been watching this past few days, but aside from the fact that I spend most of my time studying for my final exams, I came to realize that I no longer have access to my Netflix account because I haven't really been paying the monthly fee for the past month, and now I'm like locked out of Netflix for an indefinite amount of time right now. I didn't really have much time to like watch a lot of shows during this month. Although I've been seeing, I don't know why, but YouTube has been recommending me a lot of Fiona and Cake clips for some reason, even though I never had an HBO Max subscription before. But speaking of Fiona and Cake, my god, did I underestimate how big the lore is behind Adventure Time? Because if you guys don't know, I'm a hard sucker for any story that has like a lot of lore behind it. You know, think of like your Five Nights at Freddy's, your Undertales of the world, all of those things. And if you couple that with a good animated series, I'm like, oh my god, that's pretty great. So I've been watching a lot of these Fiona and Cake clips, and as soon as I'm like watching all these clips, YouTube started recommending me a lot of like videos wherein people just discuss about the lore behind Adventure Time, I guess. Alright. And yeah. Freaking Adventure Time. Freaking Adventure Time lore was freaking great to freaking listen to while I was like, I don't know, like trying to cope with my final exams during these last few days. One of the few tidbits of Adventure Time lore that kinda got me entertained is the one regarding like Simon Petrikov, aka the Ice King. Because out of all characters in Adventure Time, I feel like his character is like the most intriguing to me. Or maybe I just have a type when it comes to characters, because I remember also like watching a lot of Yakuza lore and I don't know, Batman lore back then. And I'm always intrigued with characters like the Joker or Majima. The crazy kind of character that has like a dark and simple backstory that makes you want to root for them in a way. And I feel like when it comes to Adventure Time, Simon Petrikov pretty much fits that archetype for me. Because his main backstory is that he used to be a professor a long time ago in the Adventure Time timeline. But then he found this crown that really like deteriorated his mental faculties, and it really came to a point when it started ruining his relationship with other people. And then all of a sudden this whole apocalypse came up, which really incentivized him to really use his crown. for his own survival, and also for the survival of a kid he met during this apocalyptic time called Marceline. And they the freaking backstory behind these two characters are really sad, both Marceline and the Ice King, Simon Petrikov. If you haven't watched Adventure Time, I suggest you go, I don't know, watch a lore video about them. But just to skip with all the spoilers, it's really sad. And I think the new Fiona and Cake spin-off kinda tried to give Simon a happy ending, in a way. And I always kind of admire the show for at least trying to give this guy a good wrap-up for his character. Anyway, aside from that, what else have I been watching? Alright, hold on, let me just drink some water. Oh yeah, speaking of water, speaking of water, I came to realize that during my stay here in this new campus that I was in, I didn't have that much time to actually drink water. So to explain, every morning before I leave the school, I kind of make it an effort to at least refill my water jug to bring to school, because I don't really have a good source of water when I go to campus. So I usually just bring my own water jug with me to school to rehydrate during the day. And I always catch myself thinking that I should refill my water bottle every morning, or at least every night when I go home from school, only to realize that my water bottle is still full from the last refill I did for it like a couple of hours ago. It always made me think, oh wait, I haven't really been drinking water this entire day whenever I like go to school and stuff. And the only times I get to drink something that resembles water is either when I go out to eat at a fast food restaurant and eat, I don't know, iced tea or Coke, which isn't really real water, right? And I guess that's the reason why I keep on getting these headaches every now and then whenever I go out in the sun. Like my body is just not it's just not willing to produce sweat for me to cool myself down, I guess. But thank God I now am at home with a good source of water. And I can refill this water jug every now and then. Alright, let's just make this animation here. Oh wait, I just realized I haven't even been checking the chat right now. There we go. Alright, let's try to draw some of these animation frames. God, I can't wait to experience Christmas break this month. Aside from my plans here for this channel, I also have plans to, I don't know, do a lot more exercise, go biking, go eat out with my family and stuff. I'm gonna have I think I'm maybe going out with my mom to bike around Metro Manila to go just for the sake of it and just eat at a nearby tropical hut or something. I feel like that's the one thing I'm looking forward to right now. Going biking, then going to tropical hut afterwards to get a, I don't know, an A&W float. By the way, hot take, guys, but I feel like when it comes to all the sodas out there, I feel like root beer is my favorite go-to soft drink right now. Do you guys agree? I don't know. It's I just kind of like root beer out of all the drinks so far. Close second is probably, I don't know, Sprite. Something like Sprite. It's because of how light it is. But if I'm not considering my own caloric intake or the sugar that I'm consuming, I'll go for like A&W, you know. Because when it comes to sodas, I would rather go for something really high in, I don't know, in calories, or just something that's really light. And I feel like the regular ass Coke just doesn't like fit the bill for me anymore. Like it stands somewhere in between, and I'm like, bro, pick a side, you know. You either pick root beer, or if you want a very sugary drink, or like Sprite if you want to go for something very light. And I feel like anything that's in between just doesn't really fit the bill for me when it comes to soft drinks. All right. Let me just crack my neck here. Ugh. Let's save that. Okay. Look at this. Alright. So far so good. We'll just end. I guess we can end somewhere around here, I guess. Before we do that, let's change up the pace a little bit. Instead of the cowboy, let's try to recreate the wrestler here. Okay. Oh wait, no. I accidentally erased all of my progress in this frame here. I'm still gonna find it hard to animate this guy in a way because unlike the cowboy character, he has all these designs that also need to take account of when trying to draw each frame of this guy. I'll probably make a mental note for myself for future animation projects in the future that I should probably lessen the amount of design elements they have in their clothing and such, in their bodies. Alright, so this guy's eyes are supposed to be open fully, so I'll go for a very rounded look here. Right. Nice. Okay. Okay, then just erase some parts of this. Oh god. Okay. Then this. Okay, let me see if this makes sense. Okay, add the line here. And then wait, let's see. So I just realized that I could just copy and paste this frame for this cowboy because I think he isn't really moving that much from here on. Wait. guess it kind of matches. Hey, let me try to. Oh my god. Okay. I don't know what's harder, like trying to sculpt all of this or just drawing each frame. Of the animation. I mean, I know this is like the easier way technically, just we're using a frame and just adjusting its shape slightly. Something about it just feels very unnatural for me for some reason. Okay, and then I'm gonna delete these. Oh, there we go. And then this one. Oh. There we go. Okay. Alright, let's move back to the wrestler character. Whoop. Alright. Okay. Okay. Nice. By the way, for some reason, YouTube has been recommending me a lot of Faki Shazam's, was it Oh Lord? I don't know why it's recommending me that. I haven't watched Peacemaker, the DC series. in my own time, but I guess YouTube thought that I'm a big fan of John Cena since I've been watching a lot of WWE clips. And thus I should like James Gunn's Peacemaker Season 2 series that I've been seeing on YouTube. But the only thing that caught my attention from the Peacemaker series is the fact that James Gunn chose Foxy Shazam's Overlord as its opening track. Or opening song, I mean. And now that song has been stuck in my head for a couple of days now, I guess. Speaking of music, guys, I just want to announce that my soundtrack for this animated short called Violent Act is now available on my second channel, Ozpin. So if you want a sneak peek into what the production cycle is right now for this little animated short, I guess the entire soundtrack of it is now available on my second YouTube channel. There's only one soundtrack. It's Violent Act. It's a little 3-minute song. A 3-minute BGM I made for this one project. It's written in 4/4, so it isn't really as experimental as the songs I made for my album Medical Students, but I feel like the tone of it really fits the mood I'm going for this animated short, which is wacky and a little bit more action-packed, I guess. So if you want some workout music, I pretty much made a little epic soundtrack in my freaking second channel. And if you guys want to hear it, I guess I can let you guys listen to it right now. So I just need something to, you know, mask the silence that's here right now. Let me put this up. Put the desktop audio for OBS, and then where is it? Audio. Okay, wait. Let's pull up. Why don't I just pull up instead the actual behind the scenes video of this? Where is it? Where the fuck is it? Here it is. Okay, wait. Let's pull up. Oh God, is it raining right now? Oh my God. Wait. Hold on. Let me just hop out of my seat for real quick because I need to close the window of my room. Oh God. Okay, there we go. Much better. I think that pretty much drowns out the background noise that's been ever so present in my stream ever since. But okay. Here I guess is the I'll let the BGM. I mean that's the BGM, but let me pull up this. What's that? No, that's not it. Add a source to OBS here. call it, I don't know, violent. And then let's put this up here, not this. Look at this D videos. Where is it? Audio? Is it audio? Yeah, I guess audio. Here it is. Okay. Oh god. Why is it taking up the entirety of my screen right now? Like raise it up a little bit. Okay. So I guess this is like the raw piano version of what I've made. I mean, you can listen to this on my second channel. But if you wanna listen to like the final version, it will come out a little later in the stream, in this video. Again, the final version is also available on my second channel. Anyway, while this is playing, I'll just continue making this shit here in Blender. Coming next is the final version. It's happening right now. So I can't catch up to what's happening on stream right now because there's a little bit of lag here. Add this little bit of synths here. Okay, I guess it's done now. I just pause this. Okay, there we go. So yeah, that's the freaking soundtrack for my freaking film, I guess. And put back the BGM, and let me just hide this out. Okay. So yeah, if you can't tell, I'm really